Hey guys, how are ya? I'm Dana V. Myers, and I'm a love, sex, and relationship expert and coach, and the founder of the sexy lifestyle brand Booty Parlor. I'm also the author of 2 books, my latest book being The Mommy Mojo Makeover, and I'm also the creator of the Satisfied Mama online program. Most importantly, I am a mama of 2 beautiful kids. My kids are 6 and 9. And I am a happily married wife to my husband and business partner, Charlie. We're coming up on 15 years in March, and I want to welcome you to my weekly Wednesday Facebook Live series where every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to answer your questions about self-love, sex, and relationships, and we are just going to have a great conversation. And today I'm going to share the topic of 6 tips to restore your mood when motherhood has you feeling fragile and funky and out of sorts. Raise your hand if you've been there. And this week's topic came to me after I saw this recent video of Meghan Markle, which I'm sure many of you have already seen, where she was just really sharing her truth and her vulnerability and all of her challenges around becoming a mother. And while 99.9% of us are not under the same kind of public scrutiny and under the eye of the tabloids like she is, I think as mothers, we all just looked at her and said, I recognize you, I see you, I have felt that and been there before, and I know how you're feeling. And look, the thing with motherhood is that everyone focuses on the baby, right? How's the baby sleeping? How's the baby eating? Is the baby fussy? Is the baby easy? And this focus, it carries on, right? As the kids get older. But who's asking about you, right? Who's asking about the mama and about how our lives have changed so dramatically as women and how they continue to change? And if you're a mother, I don't really have to tell you this because you know it. But still, I want to share some stats that I got back from this survey that I did of over 500 moms that shed some light onto this kind of funkiness that I'm talking about. So listen to these stats. Hold on a second. So 94% of moms feel more exhausted since having kids. Yeah. And exhaustion, it affects every part of our life, every part of our well-being, right? 69% of moms agree that the energy and attention they must give their kids comes at the expense of their career and other interests. Yeah, this messes with our head and our identity in a big way, right? 78% of moms agree that a lack of me time impacts their sex life and relationship, right? You lose freedom, you also lose your libido, right? So this me time that we used to have before kids dramatically shrinks. We don't have it. And it makes us feel a little bit awful. And 84% of moms agree that their energy level has a negative impact on their love life and relationship. So look, the stats are deep. We know it ain't easy. And we also know that motherhood's super joyful and amazing, but it ain't easy. And you can feel lost and really isolated. And if you're not sharing your feelings and getting the support that you need, and maybe you have some shame around sharing your true feelings about motherhood because you've been told, oh, it's the best thing you'll ever do in your life. You've got to enjoy every moment, savor every minute. And if you're not, then you feel like, oh, wait, maybe there's something wrong with me. So there's a lot of shame and guilt around talking about our real feelings, which puts a huge amount of pressure on us and then actually makes us feel even more funky and fragile. So if you're not sharing your feelings for whatever reason, you can become unhappy, disconnected, depressed, and even more fragile, and your well-being can really suffer, and because of it, your relationship can suffer. Because as a mother, if you are not feeling well, if you're not feeling whole, if you're not feeling supported, you can't expect your sex life and relationship to be thriving. You can't expect your desire to be humming along at this amazing level. You can't expect your sexy self-confidence to be shining and kind of power you through the day. And you can't really feel enthusiastic about bringing this juice and this aliveness to your relationship because it's not there. So it's just too much to ask. And that's why, even though I usually talk about sexier topics, on these Facebook Lives and on my blog, I just want to focus on your well-being and your mood today. So let's back it up a little and let's talk about 6 tips to restore your mood when motherhood and life in general has you feeling funky. Hey Jessica, thanks for tuning in. And to start, I want to share a quote by David Daida, who is a best-selling author and writes about the sexual and spiritual growth of men and women. He's a genius. If you don't know him, look him up. So this quote is directed specifically at women. I'm going to read it to you. He says, "Your spiritual and sexual bliss require a daily allotment of whole body pleasure and deep heart offering, or else your joy will shrivel like an unwatered plant." Hello, did you hear that? Your joy will shrivel like an unwatered plant. And I just feel like that imagery rings so true to me as a mother, because we are always watering all of our plants, right? We are watering our children, our home, our work, our partners. But then we feel all shriveled up and depleted at the end of the day because of it, because we're not being watered. So today I just want to give you some tips to water yourself through this intense experience of motherhood and parenthood, and also to ask other people in your life to water you too, so that you can feel hydrated, using this little metaphor, so you can feel hydrated in mind, body, and spirit, so that you can feel strong and satisfied and held and nurtured, so that you feel great, so that you have more to give to others, because we want to give, but it's really hard to do when we're feeling funky and off and depleted. So let's dive in. Tip number 1 is I want you to actively invest in your friendships more and create what I call a circle of 3. It could be a triangle, but let's call it a circle. So, and all this is really you plus 2 other mamas who are checking in on each other each and every day. It could be a text, a call, a GIF, a WhatsApp group, whatever it is. It's a something to say, hey, are you okay today? How are you? Call me if you want to cry. I'm here if you need to talk. Do this every day, once a day, and you are going to feel more supported, and you're going to be supporting the other women in your mom tribe as well. 2, I want you to touch yourself. And today, shocker, I'm not talking about touching yourself in a sexual way. I'm talking about touching yourself in a non-sexual way. As moms, I feel like our nervous systems take a beating. I feel like our nervous systems are often frayed, right? Raise your hand if you feel me on that. And so just putting your hands on your body, and calming yourself and hugging yourself and returning to yourself. It takes 30 seconds. I just want you to do that and bring the sensation of being held by yourself, right? This can feel super, super healing, just coming back into your body in an effort of actively supporting and calming yourself. This is you nurturing you, and it's a really quick and beautiful way to relax your mind and also just lift your spirits. It's hard to feel as bad as you were feeling after you've given yourself a big hug, right? Again, as mothers, we're always attending to other people's bodies, our children's bodies. We're dressing them, wiping them, hugging them. But we also need to tend to our own bodies in a really loving and present way. So it takes 2 minutes. Do it. And really put some pressure on yourself. Press into yourself until you feel held, until you feel good. Awesome. Tip number 3, I want you to activate your senses, because sensuality is healing. Say it with me. Sensuality is healing. So when you are feeling funky and out of sorts, I just want you to practice what I call daily sensuality. And all this means is doing something to activate your senses of taste, smell, sound, touch, and sight. You don't have to do all 5, just do 1, right? We're talking 60 seconds of action here, 60 seconds of healing. So take a moment to indulge in a chocolatey treat and really taste it. Really sink into the pleasure of it melting on your tongue. Just be in that pleasure for a moment, right? Senses, sensuality. I'm not talking about something highly erotic here. I'm just talking about activating your senses to squeeze the juice out of what's available to you. Daily sensuality. Go into your garden admire a beautiful flower, smell it, look at it, touch its soft velvety petals. Listen to a beautiful piece of music and get out of your head and drop into the romance or the excitement of that music. And if you feel moved to cry, like, let it out. I'm not saying you can't be in a bad mood. I just don't want you to get stuck there. So activate your senses. It's simple, it's easy, takes 2 seconds. 4, I want you to move your body. And this is a no-brainer, right? Just move your body in a way that feels really, really good to you. Wiggle it, shake it, swerve it, whatever you want to do. Do some cat-cows from yoga, roll around on the ground, stretch. Just do something that feels really good, because feeling good feels good, right? Just repeat after me. Feeling good feels good. And when you drop into your body, it can really give you some relief from feeling trapped in negative or fear-based thoughts. So movement has the power to shift you in that way. I highly encourage you to do it. Try it today. Try it now as you're watching. 5, I want you to write down your desires. I'm not talking about sexual desires. I mean, you can if you want. But today it's more emotional, or what do you want? What are you dreaming about? What do you want to do outside of motherhood? As motherhood, we are the cheerleaders of everyone else's desires, right? Every week you're doing something to bring your child's dreams and desires to life. But then oftentimes your desires get put on the back burner, and that can feel really depressing and confusing, because your dreams and goals are worthy and they're meaningful, and they will fill you with excitement and satisfaction if you can access them. So even if you cannot fully pursue whatever big dream or little dream or desire that you have right now, you can still give it some attention. So just take 10 minutes with your journal and dive into discovery. Just ask yourself, what's possible for me? What do I want? What do I desire to do? And how do I want to feel? And what do I want to receive, right? Some basic questions. I'm suggesting that you do this, again, to restore your mood, because we often feel moody as mothers because we feel unfulfilled. And a great way to stop feeling so unfulfilled, and it's okay if motherhood doesn't fulfill your every desire. That's okay. That's normal. Stop setting yourself on fire to keep everybody else warm. Give your desires a little bit of attention. Just journal about them. You don't have to do anything drastic. Just journal about them to get started. And 6, I want you to start asking for more help, right? From your partner, your friends, your family, from a babysitter, from a professional therapist if you need it. And while I know that for some, asking for help can feel difficult or challenging for a variety of reasons, you can just start small. Would you watch the kids for 10 minutes while I take a walk? Will you make dinner tonight so I can just decompress and read a book? This is basic self-care, but we fail to ask for the help we need because we feel like we have to do everything ourselves, right? Well, we used to mother in community and now we don't. So we need help. So ask for more help. That's a really, really, really important tip. And that's it. That's the 6. I wanted to be fast today. And they're not fancy. They're not complicated. They don't require that you change the routine that you're in. It's just you empowering you to feel better, right? Because feeling good feels good. And it's you empowering you to feel stronger and more connected to yourself as a woman. Nurture yourself so that you can be a more patient and present mother, so that you can approach your relationship with excitement and your sex life with enthusiasm, right? From a full place, not from a place of feeling so depleted or isolated. I hope that connection between nurturing yourself and then nurturing your relationship and your sex life makes sense to you. It sure makes sense to me. It all starts with your wellness, your satisfaction, and then it's going to ripple out into all other aspects of your life. So I want you to comment and tell me which of these tips stood out to you the most, and then do that tip. Then think about, which other tips do I like? Which other tips do I think I should try? And then do those. I'm being really bossy today. And please share this video with another mom who might need to see it. Please, sharing is caring. That's what my kids say. Please share this video. There are other moms who need these tips, and you'll be doing her a favor. Send it to your circle. Send it to your circle of 3. And always just please be honest with where you're at emotionally with your partner. Your partner wants to know, and they need to know, so that they can figure out how to help you. Amazing. As always, If you want more inspiration on how to communicate with your partner, I've got a great free class called How to Get More Help and Appreciation and Kiss Resentment Goodbye. That's in the description. Click on that link to grab that free class. There's a bunch of other great stuff up on the blog, www.danabmyers.com. That's also in the description. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you stopping in and paying attention. And I also want you to know you can submit your questions for future Facebook Lives. You can DM me, you can email me at dana@danabmyers.com, or just drop your question in the comments here, and I will always respect your privacy if you don't want to, if you want to remain anonymous. Amazing, awesome. At the end of every weekly Wednesday Facebook Live, I'm going to do a giveaway from my brand Booty Parlor. This week's giveaway, drumroll please, is, I know it's backwards, but it's our Dust Up Kissable Body Shimmer. It's gorgeous. I think what flavor is this? This is Cocoa Bronze. It smells good. It tastes good. It makes your skin look amazing. You just dust it on your body. Give yourself a little lift, a little pep in your step, and, feel good. Feel good. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And I really hope that one or more of these tips helps you connect with yourself, helps you restore your mood if you're feeling funky, and makes your day and your week a little bit brighter. Thanks for popping in.